Welcome back to day 2 of NAB New York 2025. I'm Michael Kamas with Key Code Media at the Key Code Media booth if you're in the area. And we're graced today to have Don Hewitt from Ross with us to talk about technology. Don, thank you for joining us today.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So I'm going to ask the question that I'm sure you haven't been asked at all, which is, what's new for NAB New York for Ross?
Yeah, this has actually been a pretty good year for us for bringing new products to NAB New York. So top of what we have is our HyperMax system.
Okay.
So it's our new software-defined production switcher engine. We've updated it, so it takes our big switcher line, our middle switcher line, to our big switcher line.
Okay.
So it's bus-based. So with our software-defined production engines, blades that go in the Ultrix frame, it can be a carbonite on its own, or you can actually build a multi-ME carbonite with multiple blades. So it brings it into a big switcher market, bus-based, has full access to the whole I/O of an Ultrix router. It also allows for scene-based production, and it all uses the TD control panels. On top of that, we launched the Energy routing, which is new utility router. So it's 16 squared or 32 by 34. The big thing about that, it's 12G SDI. It does MADI routing. One of the big features that it has at this price point, which we believe we're the only ones, is it has software multi-viewers built in. So on the 1RU, you can have one multi-viewer. On the 2RU, you can have two software multi-viewers.
You mentioned a couple times the advent of the software component of this. So we're looking at a smaller footprint because we're using software as opposed to just dedicated hardware?
The great thing about software is we look at it as software-defined workflows. So in order to scale, historically, you're buying more hardware. Do I have enough room? Everything. So a lot of the features that we have are now software-based. So you can purchase licenses when you need them. You can scale up. You can move licenses so that different types of production. So I could have a HyperMax multi-ME, but then switch all those blades to single carbonites and actually run 4 productions from one frame. And also by going software, it gets us ready for cloud production, REMI production, everything like that. It makes life a lot easier for our client base.
That also brings up the concept of being more flexible, right? So does this allow folks who may be in smaller markets, who have a smaller footprint, to be able to get in at a lower price point to use some of these technologies?
That's exactly it. So we can grow with you. And one of the things is our large switcher line, which we still have, Acuity. It's a different menu system. It goes more in depth. But this also takes that lower market. And as they grow, it's all carbonite based. So it's familiar menus, everything. You can just scale and make larger productions.
One of the things that I'm in calls on weekly is video over IP, 2110 usually. So are there any updates on the 2110 front or video over IP that you can share?
There are. So the nice thing also by having all these different software-defined workflows within an Ultrix is it is IP ready. So it's full baseband 12G, it's IP, so we call it hyper-converged. So as you grow into IP, as you grow SDI, you shrink SDI, you grow IP, everything. It interfaces to it all and uses it all just as it's video coming into any of your productions. So you can come in any which way you want and go out any which way you want.
Now, I'm going to go a little sideways on this one because something else we always get requests on is where can I find operators? And where can I find people, where can they get trained? And of course, Key Code Media has Key Code Education where we can train folks, but are there also resources that folks can learn how to operate these without being in front of the big switchers?
Yeah, we have a couple different options for that. So we have what we call Ross University. So all product lines have a web-based learning tool, and they're subject matter based. So as people go in, they can look at what they do. It has the basic intros, has special features. We do them for new features so people can keep up to date. As far as freelancers go, we also offer freelance training.
Outstanding.
Yeah, I don't have a schedule in front of me, but mostly it's free for people to attend so they can learn how to operate Expression, our graphics system. They can learn our switchers. And really, as demand happens, we can set up an event, host it, and we use partners like Key Code. Maybe we host it there, and we can train people in person. And then they can go on our website as a certified freelancer for our products.
That's outstanding. I can't tell you how many folks at KeyCode get the question, who can I hire, who do you know,
Yeah.
and trying to find qualified operators.
We have the same thing.
One last question. One of the things we do a lot here at KeyCode Media is put together disparate tools to work together, right? And being extensible is a very important part of the products we like to work with. So when we talk about working with third parties and being extensible, how does Ross kind of look at that and the ability to integrate with third parties into that ecosystem?
That's something we do really well. So the history of Ross, when we look at Open Gear, that is a complete third party. There's a lot of people that make cards, a lot of different companies, Cobalt, Blackmagic, there's so many of the lists that have grown, and we just make the frame so anyone's cards can go in it. Our automation system, Overdrive, we have to interface with other manufacturers. Audio boards, video servers, other production switchers. We've always worked well with other manufacturers, and we're really big on that. On top of that, our control system dashboard, which is a customizable interface to control everything Ross does, but it's also an open SDK where anyone can implement Ross Talk into their products so that we can control everything from one interface. And we just like to be friendly and work together. The more successful we are, the more successful they are, and it's great.
This could be considered Ross Talk.
This is Ross Talk.
This is Ross
yeah,
Talk.
I just sit down at somebody's booth and I fit in.
Well, if you want to hear more Ross Talk, then you should check out keycodemedia.com, and you should also keep in mind that when you're looking to upgrade your Ross system, looking to add new functionality, add some 2110 to your existing SDI infrastructure, give us a call here at KeyCode Media, because if it's AV, broadcast, production, or post, we're the ones who can handle it. And the first meeting has free consulting. So check us out at keycodemedia.com. And again, Don, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.